Hi, so this is a short video on specifically focusing on the Cossack Squat, and I want to go into technical details here. So you'll notice actually when you go into the main content that the lighting's significantly different. That's because this is take two. There were quite a few bits, small details which I wanted to add into the intro, and I completely missed them out. So take two, let's see how it goes, and hopefully I don't forget to mention anything here. So the fundamental basis of all kind of mobilization work or stretching work is the breathing. This is like a superpower. It cannot be underestimated how important it is. You should always breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth as you settle into a stretch or into a particular posture. Completely relaxes the body, empty the mind, almost do it like a form of meditation. You'll notice in the main part of the video, because I was focusing so much on talking, and I've got a couple of small muscle injuries in my adductors, the body is trying to fight a little bit, and it wasn't fully relaxed. And only where I really focused on the breathing, you'll see in the main content that the body settles down, and I'm able to go deeper into the position. So key to remember. Also the movement itself, the Cossack Squat hits a lot of important parts. The primary target is of course the hamstrings, but with few modifications you can really widen the effect, and this is why it's one of my go-to exercises for mobilization. But this, of course, there's very few perfect movements, so you have to see what you can supplement it with for other purposes. Key thing to focus on in terms of our mind is that the target is not to do the Cossack Squat itself, but rather what is the target outcome that we want to achieve, and keeping that in mind to modify the technique and to focus on the various weak points that you may or may not have to achieve that target outcome. So you customize it to yourself. Okay, if you ask 10 different people how to do it, you'll get 10 different variations. So disclaimer, this is the way I do it. These are my modifications which I've added in to try and maximize the benefit I get. And then hopefully you'll find the video useful. So yeah, give it a like if you do, and then hope you enjoyed. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to run through the Cossack Squat. I'm going to do this cold, so you see how kind of warm up into the techniques. Also, I'm going to do it in one take, so probably I'll forget something, and maybe if I remember later I'll add it into the description further down. Yeah, let's see how we do. Okay, so first thing, set up. Typically, one foot up, pointing towards the sky, other foot pointing out 45 degrees, and then slowly start lowering myself down. So this is, as a progression, it's the same as if someone who's not able to do it. It's a similar sort of process, except instead of doing it over a few minutes, you'll be doing it over a longer period of time as you get to improve yourself. But one of the key things that people start to do is they start to raise the heel here to make it easier. So to improve the benefits we get out of it, make sure the heel stays down. Slowly going down. Good. You saw my heel pop up there a little bit. So the body's always trying to cheat a little bit in terms of what it's trying to do. Okay, so focus for your progression. Focus on keeping the body a little bit straighter. Keep the foot pointing up as much as possible, and the knee out. Slowly coming down. Good. You can use your hands for balance as well if you need to. breathing out every time you come down. Another way to help, if you're lacking the leg strength a little bit, is to place your hands on the knees here. Okay, like this. With the hand on the straight leg, you will feel a greater stretch behind the knee. So just be careful it's to a comfortable point. You're not pressurizing it too much. Slowly, slowly, keep going until you're all the way down. Super important to always breathe out as you drop down into the stretch. Okay. So going from the top, if I was doing it, deep breath in and out. So on the other side, deep breath in and out. It doesn't matter which point you get to. Every time just going a little bit more. Slowly, slowly warming the body up. And hopefully over a period of time you'll be able to do it. Now, smaller things. The body's always going to try to cheat. Always going to try and do it in a way that's comfortable, right? But to maximize the benefit, we need to go against that tendency. So, a few things to notice. Often, when people come down into the Cossack Squat, what they'll do is the knee will come in and they'll sit this way. To improve the usage that you get out of it, as you come down, push the knee out. So you start to get an adductor stretch here as well. And when you're further down, you can use your elbow to force that out this way. Okay. Secondly, often people coming down, they lean the body really far forwards. It's easier. Yeah. So keep the body straight as you can. And also in this position, you'll notice where my hip is versus my foot, that I'm inside. To make it more comfortable, the body will want to go more behind the foot. But keep yourself in the middle. If as you come down, you visualize going straight down the middle. It's not because one leg is straight, but visualize that you're going down into the middle here. And then you'll feel yourself opening up much, much, much more. Good. Then while in this position, what you can also do is you change your angle of the straight leg, meaning we will have a tendency to go where it's most comfortable. So what we can do is we can slowly rotate our position, and this will change the affected part of the hamstring. So we go forwards, back. Doesn't matter if the heel comes up when we go to the front here. That's okay. Breathing out every time. So deep breath in and out. And as you can see, I sink down every time. Good. And once you've done that, maybe you want to use it for muscular work, right? So for example, for strength work as well. Or maybe you want to use it for therapy, or maybe just for passive stretching. There's different ways of doing it. So for example, what we just did now was more of a static stretch. I mean, I went through relatively fast. However, it's more of a static stretch. So what you can do is also dynamically. You can drop down, up, down, up. Use your hands to help if you need to. You don't have to. You can also do without. Bouncing from side to side. So that maybe that style is more for before you're doing some athletic work, before you're running or sprinting or something, or playing sports. In that time I went up and down. There's also the way of going straight across. So from here, moving straight across, and in the middle, using the opportunity to stay as low as possible. So sliding across, sliding across. Use your hands to support if you need to. You can also do it without, but you can hear from my voice that it gets a little bit harder in that position in the middle. Important point here also is that to get into this position at the bottom, you need a little bit of calf flexibility. For those people who don't have enough flexibility here in the calf, they may again find that the heel starts to lift up. So if this is something you're working on, maybe you can warm up the calves beforehand. And also those people, of course, who have any knee issues should also be a little bit careful to warm up the knees, so that when you're in this bend, that you take a little bit of care. Good. So anyway, that was a short video. Just wanted to do that to add on to my kind of daily mobilization series of videos I want to do, or if you want to watch it as a standalone, that's fine. But pretty short video. Hopefully it's useful. Let me know in the comments below. And then, yeah, if I remember any other points that I've forgotten to put in, I'll add them in the description as well. Thanks.